Guys, welcome back to another video. Today we have my student Diego. Only been working with Diego for about a month now, and he's done about 9K in payouts already. And I think a lot of you could take away, some aspects of his journey and some things that, helped him turn profitable. So I'll kind of let Diego take it away now so that you guys can hear some more about him.
Yeah, so hello guys, my name is Diego. I'm 20 years old. I'm from Chile and I have been trading for like 3 years now. And I started trading mainly stocks for 2 years. And this year I decided to start trading futures. And it's been like a crazy journey. Um, Basically, I didn't have any payouts until I started working with Jack. So I'm very grateful for that. And yeah, I think that my main issue with trading was like psychology, and Jack helped me a lot with that. Helped me to like have a plan. I started working with some basic rules, and that really helped me to get the my 9K payout. That it's crazy for, like, I didn't have any money when I started working with Jack. I went all in trading with Jack, and now I have 9K in payouts. So it's
Yeah,
crazy.
that
Just
is.
like we had some rules.
Yeah, it's honestly
Yeah,
crazy
yeah.
just because you went from going all in with the trading mentorship. I knew from the jump, that was going to be the best plan of attack for you. You went all in with that, and then look at where you're at now. I think it was not even like 2 weeks in, you had just secured your first payout, which was like one point something K, a little bit over a grand. And then you're at the point now where you just received an 8K payout. So it's kind of crazy about how, you going all in and just putting yourself in that position. I have the screenshot. I'll put it up on the screen right there, but it's Diego just saying that was like all my money. Like he went all in with the trading
Yeah.
mentorship. And I mean, you made it work out. Like you made it work out. You had no other, plan except making trading work, and that's what you did.
Yeah, I think that that's like the best part of the mentorship. Like, I realized that I needed a mentor because I was like in some discords, like in some signal discords, but I never had like a one-on-one mentor, like someone that's after New York session, we talk, we have our calls. And I think that that really helped me a lot. So, guys, I recommend it a lot. If you are new in trading, you need to have a one-on-one mentor. Like, it's the best thing that you can do. Someone that have more experience than you need to learn. So I'm very grateful for that with Jack. And yeah, it's been a crazy journey. I'm hoping to have more payouts. I just secured another 1.5K payout this week, last week. So yeah, I'm very grateful.
So that's
Nothing to say.
10K on the month, right? Within a month of even working with you, you hit 10K a month.
Yeah, kind of 9.5.
Yeah, that's crazy. That is crazy,
Yeah.
Diego. And I mean, it was a simple fix with you. And I like how you mentioned it with you can join these discords and everything that people have, but at the end of the day, it's just a lot of signal bots, and they're not actually there to teach you. And I think the importance of the one-on-one mentorship and the value that I offer is, those 30 minutes that, we have to go over stuff, as well as, you would text me, whenever you had stuff going on, whether it be mental or trading wise, and I was there to answer that for you. For example, like one of the issues that you had at the beginning of kind of the mentorship journey was you used to trade Asia session. And that was a fix that we had. And sometimes you text me at night and you'd be like, "Yo, Jack, like I'm looking at Asia, like I'm about to trade." And I was there to be like, "You know what? No, you got to stick to your rules and whatnot." And I think that really helped you, and I think it showed you that by sticking to your rules and your trading plan, you're able to get these payouts and whatnot.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like, I think that the best rule that we like made together was like the one stop loss and one take profit, and that's
Yep.
it for the day. And I remember one day that I was about to take another, and we were in a call,
Hmm.
and you told me don't do that because
Yep.
you only, you're gonna trade one trade
Yep.
a day, and that trade would have been a stop loss.
Yep,
So
I do remember
it's very
that.
important to have a
We
mentor, you know?
Yep. We had both taken a win in the morning, and then we hopped on our mentorship call around like it was a little bit before 11 because like we finished up trading earlier in the morning, and you were talking about taking a trade, and I'm just like, Diego, why are we doing this? You already took a trade today. And it was a winning trade too. You know, there's no reason to take another trade that goes against the rules. So, I mean, it was just honestly small, simple fixes like that, and then just the constant reminders with the calls. I think that's what helped you out the most.
Yeah, definitely. Like having every day some calls, it's very helpful for me at least, you
Yeah.
know? Helped me a lot with my trading. Like knowing that that I get to like tell you how I was trading made me a better trader, you know?
Yep.
Like I knew that I needed to say to you how were my trades, you know, and that's for me this was very grateful, so very helpful.
Yeah. And I would agree completely. I think, having that one-on-one mentor definitely gives you um it gives you that you have to be held accountable for your actions, and for kind of what you do on the charts. So I think that's, a really big part of the mentorship and a big part of the calls. It was mainly just holding you accountable to the rules. And we saw in under a month, after you followed the rules, you have 9.5K in payouts. So it's kind of crazy that a month ago, you were left with nothing. You had no money. You had one funded account and, a dream. And look at where you look at where you're at now. So,
Yeah, crazy. It's crazy. I'm very grateful. So guys, if you wanna join the mentorship, I really recommend it. So for me at least, it helped me a lot.
yeah, of
So I really
course.
recommend it.
What is for, the
Yeah.
last piece of advice that you have for anybody out there who's kind of struggling, to become profitable? What do you have in regards for them? Just anything that you kind of learned throughout the journey, of profitability for you.
I think that sticking to my rules, like 100%, that's the reason of why people are profitable. You know, like trading, it's not a game of doing like a lot of work to make money, a lot of work. And for me, that was like very difficult to understand. Like for me, like having more trades equals more money, and it's the complete opposite. Like I think that you guys need to stick to one plan and like don't just think about the day, like the P&L in the day. You need to start thinking about the P&L in the month. For me, sometimes I hit a stop loss and um I couldn't resist to take another trade because I hit a stop loss. But now I'm thinking like this is just about day. It doesn't mean that it's going to be about month, you know? I think that for me at least that's like the best advice. Don't focus just on the P&L of the day and start focusing on the progress in your month, you know?
Yeah, I really like that, Diego. And I kind of think, a last thing to loop everything back around together was that one of the big perspective changes that we had with you in your trading was looking at your performance within the market. And I think one of the big changes was just shifting your mindset from the performance of a red or green day to a was my daily bias correct? Did I follow my rules? And kind of that sense of, okay, was I able to hold myself accountable today? And if you're able to answer yes to that, then the results come after that. And I think that's what we saw.
Yeah, 100%. Like, I think that my first payout came just because I started like focusing on what I was doing in the day and not in the P&L. Like, I followed my rules. Yes. I did what I needed to do. Yes. And then my first payout came like a week later, you know? It's
Yep.
crazy. And
Yep.
that's when I realized that that's what you need to focus on, like on your that kind of stuff, not following your P&L.
Yep. Exactly. Exactly. All right, Diego. Well, I'm excited to kind of see how far you'll take your trading, and kind of see what the future holds. But it's kind of crazy, 0 to 9.5K in under a month. So,
It's really crazy for me.
all right,
So I
Diego.
hope that we can still work together and have more.
Of course. Alrighty, Diego. Well, I appreciate you hopping on this call. Hopefully, some of the viewers out there were able to take something away from this and kind of learn from your journey and whatnot. So, appreciate it.